Yo, what is going on, guys? Winner Kills here, and welcome back to a brand new locals feature match. We are in round one, and we have Super Heavy Samurai versus Pearly. This is going to be a pretty common matchup as the format goes on, I can imagine. These are probably the two best, and, well, can't forget Cashier, obviously, but two of the best decks of the format, and the two newest decks that have been introduced to the format. So, let's see how this one plays out. So we're going to see Pearly win die roll and opt to go first, leading with My Friend Pearly. And they are going to go ahead and reveal, I believe, 3 Delicious Memory. Also a reminder to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And then this is, I was also recording in a different side of the store, so there's a little bit of a glare, so I do apologize for that. But they're going to go ahead and activate what looks to be their Happy Memory. I think they all look pretty similar, so my apologies if I mix some of them up. Like, all the quick play spells look very, very similar. Sometimes it's hard to tell which is which unless you're looking at the rarities. He also discarded Brow there, so they are playing the small Dark World engine. So Brow gave them a draw, and now they're activating that Delicious Memory, and they're going to discard a Snow. They'll summon out Pearly, and Snow is going to go ahead and search itself. If anybody was wondering why they play the Dark World cards, it's because pretty much every single Pearly quick play requires a discard. And all the Dark World cards get their effect when discarded, and Snow can search any Dark World card or Dark World monster. I'm not sure the specific text, but it can search itself. So it's just a discard, discard fodder that can search more discard fodder. Summon out regular Pearly. And I believe that missed there on its Excavate for 3. And we'll see that Snow, add another copy of the Snow. And then they'll use the Pearly effect here to go ahead and Xyz summon into the Plump. Plumpity, plumpity, plump. It says, once per turn, you can target up to 2 spells or traps in the graveyard. Attach them to this card as material. This is a quick effect if it has Delicious Memory as material. Up to thrice per turn, when you activate a Pearly quick play spell. Quick effect, you can attach that card in the field to this card as material. Then you can banish one monster on the field into the end phase. So they've also gone for the Ensemble Robin here. And they do have access to the field spell. And I believe the field spell, not only does it grant your Pearly monsters that were special summoned this turn immunity from card effects, targeting via card effects. I believe it also says during the end phase you can target a Pearly Xyz monster on the field. Attach a Pearly quick play spell to it from your deck or graveyard. So they'll get that. I believe there was a Sleepy Memory underneath there, and that is the one that gives them the ability to draw during the standby phase if it is a material. That's where like the draw 6 combo comes from. So we're gonna see Super Heavy scale up with the Prodigy, and the Prodigy ends up getting bounced by the Ensemble. They have Bike. Bike's gonna go ahead and discard to search. And then they're going to use Scales. I know vaguely what some of the Super Heavy, at least the older Super Heavy cards do. Scales is going to summon itself. I believe since the opponent, controls 2 or more monsters, they can start level 4 or lower Super Heavy in the grave and special summon it. So they'll bring back the Bike. And, just so if you know spell and traps in your grave, you can go ahead and discard this card to add a Super Heavy Samurai from the deck to hand. And it says, once per turn, you can target a machine monster you control, increase its level by 2. So I assume they ogred the Motorbike effect there. The normal summon the Soul Piercer, the Soul Peacemaker, and then link that into the Scarecrow. And that crossbow looking Super Heavy Samurai monster, the Soul Peacemaker, when it hits the grave, not once per turn, it can just add a Super Heavy. So they're going to go ahead and get to add both the Stealthy, and I believe that was the Soul Peacemaker, not the Soul Piercer. Soul Piercer was the crossbow. And they're going to go ahead and summon out Regulus now, Therion King Regulus, by targeting the Soul Piercer in the graveyard. All Earth Machines, go figure. They have plenty of cards in hand right now. They've got, I believe, 5 or 6 cards, and now they're going to go ahead and attempt to use the Ensemble Robin there to bounce, and they'll just go ahead and let the Regulus get bounced back, because that means the Soul Piercer is going to fall off, hit the graveyard, allowing them to get another search, and that is going to add the Soul Guy a booster. So just a free search there for bouncing the Regulus back. And now they're going to go ahead and use the effect of Scarecrow, allowing them to discard a card, discard a monster, target a super heavy samurai monster in the graveyard, special summon it, and that is going to allow them to go ahead and synchro into the Accel. Accel is going to bring back the bike, go into Baron, and then they're going to use the Soul Peacemaker to equip, and then send off to go ahead and search or summon, I believe. That's going to get ashed. They don't use the Baron there. And then they're going to go ahead and summon out the Samurai Stealthy. That is going to get equipped again. Special, equip, special. Just swarming the field with free bodies right now. And we're going to go ahead and see them link 2 into Ancient Gear Ballista. This is a card I definitely know what it does. It's going to go ahead and search Ancient Gearbox, and Ancient Gearbox is going to go ahead and search for the Infinitrack Tunneler. Nice little recycle and draw engine there. And it looks like now they are going to link into Cliffort Genius, and I like where this is going. They're going to scale another Prodigy, and now they can Pendulum Summon for 3. They're going to Pendulum Summon out the Wagon, the Box, and the Tunneler. And since they summoned 2 Earth Machines to the zones that, or I believe 2 monsters that were just summoned to the zones at the same time, that Genius points to, they can search a level 5 or higher machine. So they can search Jizukiru here, which is just hilarious. And they're also going to get a search of that Soul Piercer from the Wagon. And now they're going to use the other effect of Clifford Genius to go ahead and negate a card on their side of the field and negate a card the opponent controls. So the board has pretty much been cracked at this point. They've played through an Ogre, they've played through an Ash, they've played through double Ensemble Bounce. And they still have plenty of plays left to make. And they're going to go ahead and get rid of the field spell with the Baron. And then they're going to go ahead and link an Unicorn. And they've seen enough there, so they're just going to go ahead and admit defeat. And I imagine Pearly will go first here. Also a reminder to use my TCG Player affiliate link if you guys are shopping on TCG Player. Great way to support the channel at no extra cost to you guys for just cards you are buying on TCG Player. So we're going to see Pearly go first again, and I believe they're using Pretty Memory because that is the one that is an ultra rare. That's literally how I'm remembering him at this point because, again, they all look so similar. They're going to bring out regular Pearly, reveal 3 off the top. They do not find any Pearly quick play spells, I believe. Or it might just be any Pearly. I think it has to be a Pearly spell or trap. But then they're going to get a search off Snow for Snow, and then they're going to activate My Friend Pearly. I don't know why. It's like such a weird name for a card. I just want to say it in like a weird way every time. My Friend Pearly. Pay 5. They're going to go ahead and reveal 3 the same. And take, I believe that is the Delicious Memory. And they're going to get hit with Droll and Lockbird on Resolution. Definitely one of the better hand traps against the Pearly deck. Although things like, you know, Lava Golem, Kaiju's, Santa Claus, if you're playing that, even Raw Sphere mode, depending. Those types of, you know, in quotes, board breakers, I feel like are better because they can play around Droll pretty easily by using a lot of their quick play spells in the draw phase, but they do need to open a lot of quick play spells to be able to, you know, get a lot of value out of playing around Droll. But Droll does look like it's going to come in clutch here. It's going to also deny a draw 2 off of the triple tactics talent, but they'll get to rip one out of the opponent's hand. They do have Bike, Gameciel, Swords of Concealing Light, and Regulus. I mean, you have to hit the Bike because that is Engine. But the only unfortunate thing here is they are now left with 2 really strong board breakers against this particular deck. Swords of Concealing Light, a very interesting choice, as it is a spell. You know, and the super heavies get their effects off of not having any spells or traps in the graveyard, but it is a continuous. So it is like a pseudo Dark Ruler. It's a pseudo Book of Eclipse that won't hit the graveyard immediately upon activation. Interesting tech choice there, but they've also got the Gameciel as a board breaker too. So if they do try to get to Noir or whatever it may be, they can just delete it for free, and they end up drawing that Bike for turn. Yeah, that's really a rough go here for our Pearly players. So they're going to activate the Bike, go ahead and grab Prodigy. And then we're going to scale the Prodigy. Well, first use Regulus, because, yeah, let's get the Omni Negate on board first. And then we're going to scale the Prodigy, activate the Prodigy effect. They do have Ghost Ogre, but that's the easiest Regulus Negate of our lives there, as we go ahead and scale up the Big Ben key. And then we're going to go ahead and search for the Soul Piercer. I believe that's Big Ben key, right? Yeah, the Samurai Monk Big Ben key. I know there's another Big Ben key, super heavy. I remember years ago playing against somebody at a local that I haven't been to in years that used to play super heavy Samurai, and how the deck has changed. Yeah, so they're gonna go into the Accel. That's gonna bring back the bike, the bicycle, and then they're gonna go ahead and search out the stealth. And they're gonna go ahead and synchro into Baron here, but looks like our purpley player is gonna admit defeat as they see the writing on the wall, and they're gonna get their cheeks clapped. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this feature. Hope you guys enjoyed. And last but not least, a big thank you goes to our current Divine level channel members, who are Misfit 88 Cyber, Cadillacs 84, Pony Stark, and Green. Thank you guys so much as always for your extremely kind and very generous support of the channel.